Hey there, you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be sowing some seeds. as the description or the title tells you, it's going to be some Pelargoniums. And it's not just going to be any type of Pelargoniums, it's going to be more of the species Pelargoniums or Geraniums. These ones are native to South Africa. I've got the little seed packets here. I actually bought these from Silver Hill Seeds and books. Mostly seeds. They have a really crazy good selection of seeds. They specialize in South African seeds, and that's where they're from. So interesting. Check out their website. I believe they ship internationally, like everywhere in the world. They ship to me in Canada, so I assume everybody is probably... Check their website to double check. So I will show you a photo of each one of these up in the corner as we go. First one is Pelargonium Trist. And I hope it's Trist or Tristy. I don't know. Ends in an E. This one is really interesting. The foliage on this one looks very similar to carrot leaves, except a little bit more fuzzy. But yeah, really interesting. So photos up top. This one here is Pelargonium magentum. Magentum. This one has beautiful flowers, as you can see. Really vibrant. I hope that it comes true to that. These ones will actually have to scarify, so we'll do these ones probably first. Just need to cut the side of the seed so that we expose it a little bit. This one is Pelargonium incrossatum. I don't know. So you'll see by the photo what it looks like. And then this one here is Pelargonium crythmifolium. I don't know. I'm going to butcher these. Oh, Lord. And then Pelargonium cuculatum. So these are going to be really fun, as you've seen the photos. What they recommend is doing 1 part perlite, 1 part peat, 1 part perlite, 1 part vermiculite, and 2 parts coarse river sand. I do not have river sand, so that's tough. The other mix is a 1 part general potting mix and 2 parts coarse river sand. So they really want river sand. The reason I believe why they want river sand is because these are very arid plants. Unlike some of the other, geraniums in general are very drought resistant. They have that thick stem that holds water, and they deal with drought very well. So they really do want a well-draining mix. So that's what the sand is for. So I'm just going to monitor the watering really well and not offer it the river sand because I don't have that. But what they do recommend is having more of an acidic mix. So the peat moss will deal with the acid quality. Peat moss is naturally around 5 or 5.5 pH, so that'll do the trick just nicely. I've got these pots that come from the dollar store. I kind of now know why they're at the dollar store. Sometimes you can get them, and they're done in that plastic shrink wrap. And I believe that the heat from the plastic shrink wrap is warping the sides of the thing, and that's why they're $1. Or no, they were $2 or something. $2.50 for 3. So see, they don't fit on just right. They want to fall off. But with a little bit of trickiness, I can put the lid on. So now it actually holds on a little bit better. I say that, it's crap. But they're cheap, so that's what you get. And it'll do the trick for the seedlings for now, and that's all I can ask for. That's what you get from the dollar store sometimes. So anyway, I've got my pre-moistened soil. This is my seed germinating mix, as you've seen in the past. And it's pre-moistened. I remember to pre-moisten it this time, because in the past it's just been all smoky and I cough and it's not good. And I do have some vermiculite, so I'm going to be mixing a little bit of vermiculite in with the mix. And all right, so we're going to be putting a little bit of vermiculite into the mix. Vermiculite is also another moisture retainer, but it also acts as a aerator as well. So to have that in the mix, it's really, really good. I will be using some of this on the top. It wants us to cover the seeds with some sharp sand or the river sand. We don't have that, so we're going to cover them with some vermiculite. Hopefully that will do the trick. So I'm just mixing the vermiculite in there a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill each one of these pots up, and then I will meet you down at the table and we will get to planting up these seeds. Okay, so the first one that we're going to plant is the Pelargonium magentum. This one here is the one that needs to get scarified, so we need to cut the end of the seed it recommends. Just going to use my scissors to cut it open. I've not looked at these seeds yet. I assume they're just going to look like any other Pelargonium. Oh, they're little. Oh, Lord. I don't know how they expect me to to cut those. See how small they are? Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to go in and put them down on the table here. I'm going to do a couple. Just going to very carefully, I don't know whether you're able to see this. You're probably not able to see that. But right at my sticking out is the seed itself. And then we got the little thing that holds the seed. I'm just going to very, very gently cut the very tip off. What this will do is allow moisture in and hopefully allow the seed to hydrate and grow. You don't need to cut very much off. Usually they want you to expose the endosperm. So that's the seed has a little case on it, and then you want to cut through the little protective case, and then that's where the little green portion of the seed is. That basically is the endosperm. By not killing them all. Just, you don't want to cover them. You just want to give them some nice contact with the soil. Try to space them out because as they grow, I'm not going to do all of them. As they grow, they'll want a little bit of space. So if you space them out now, you don't have to thin them out the second they start to sprout. Okay, so this is the only one that needed to get scarified. We scarified some of them. We'll see how they grow. These things can take 10 days and up to sprout. So, oh, there was more seeds in there. Okay, I got everything. And now we're just going to lightly cover with some vermiculite. You don't want to cover too much. You want to give these seeds a warm location, 16 degrees Celsius and up. I think between 16 and 25 Celsius is probably legit. Any higher than that and you're going to risk cooking your seeds. So try not to go too much higher than that. So we got a nice light coating of vermiculite on there. We're going to sow one more package of seeds, and then the rest are all going to be the same. So you don't need to stay with me and watch them all get sown. This one is Pelargonium I want to say Christmasfolia. I sound like I have a lisp. So anyway, I'm not 100% sure. So it'll go in this one. I made these labels myself. And we're just going to ever so carefully cut the top off of this envelope. Hopefully I'm not going to cut any of the seeds. I got this seed company through recommendations from a plant species, the Pelargonium species site. And anytime people from a species site recommends a seed company, they're usually pretty good because they are much more refined people. At least they like to think so in general. So I'm just going to take these seeds, look at them, little curly cues, and we're just going to place them on the top of the soil surface. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to space them out as best we can. Not going to be perfect. And let's just tap this package, make sure we got everything. And then we're going to just tap the seeds down, make sure they have good contact. Seedlings, if they have air pockets around them and they're trying to root, the baby root could quite possibly die if there's an air pocket. So you want to make sure there's good air, not good airflow, good contact with the soil. We just want to cover this very, very lightly with vermiculite. Now during the germination process, you want to make sure that these stay moist, not soaking wet, but moist. You don't want them to ever dry out completely until they start sprouting. And then after they start sprouting, after they get their first true set of leaves, so you're going to get the normal seed leaves, and then you're going to get the first true leaf that comes out. When you see the first true leaf coming out, you can start to cut back the watering a little bit, just so that you don't rot these guys out, because these are more drought resistant. These guys will not like to be sitting in water all the time. So you want to just make sure to monitor your watering. And stay tuned for more updates on these, because as they start sprouting, I will show you, because I'm really excited about this. Sorry, I'm going off camera and I'm still talking. I'm just getting some water. We're going to water these in well. And then we're going to put these in an area that is warm. It doesn't have to receive a lot of light until they start to sprout. Once the seeds start to sprout, you want to give them as much light as possible inside. If you're growing them outside in pots, you want to still have them in a semi-shade location. Direct sun on a seedling will potentially cause it to dry up. So you want to just shelter them for a little while. Once they're about 10 centimeters tall, maybe about 5 inches tall, then you can start treating them like more of a normal geranium plant or pelargonium. So just keep monitoring it, enjoy it, and stay tuned for more updates. Show me what you're growing from seed. These are pretty unusual. The species types of pelargoniums or geraniums. Maybe you're doing something similar. I'd love to see what you're growing. And until next time, happy growing. It grows up, and I can't stop it from doing that. I'm going to be mounting it on this cool log. That way I can mount the plant closer to the bottom, and then it can grow up all at once, up the cool log, and hopefully